You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, let's talk about the New England Patriots. I don't know how come I did not cover this story as it was literally happening. I probably should have. I didn't. I think part of the reason is Black and White Sports 2 sort of exploded that week because of all the Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese drama that went on and led to an investigation and all kinds of ridiculousness. Let's put it that way. Literally happened the same week. But Stefon Diggs, of course, camp started. Stefon Diggs has made comments, sort of, about the infamous pink bag. That's right. In case you don't know what I'm talking about, there was a boat, a lot of women, and there was a pink powdery-looking substance. They're calling it crystals here in this picture, right there as I'm trying to show you, circling it. And everybody saw that. Some people were calling it pink cocaine. All right. I no word on whether or not Rick James was actually on this vessel, but I don't think he was. All right. I hear it's a hell of a drug. But nonetheless, he has come out, Stefon Diggs now, and made some comments by way of Mike Reese of ESPN. Patriots receiver met with reporters on Tuesday for the first time since the notorious Pink Powder Club boat video. Okay. Not surprisingly, Diggs did not have much to say. There's some juicy stuff we're going to go back to in that article. So, Mike Reese, right? Stefon Diggs on the boat videos, his standing with Mike Vrabel, quote, "I want to be as candid with you as possible, but I kind of have a thing where I don't talk about my personal life with people I don't know personally. I had a conversation with Vrabel, obviously, and I'll echo everything he said. Hopefully everybody is making good decisions. And I had a conversation with people in the building as well. So everything else is everything else." Say what? Question mark. "The particulars are all internal." On what was in the bag, quote, "Obviously, it's a conversation that's happening internally, which I can't have too much of a conversation about it. I've been in the league 10 years. You can format your question many different ways. I'm obviously going to answer it the same way." So he's just coming out and saying, there's a bigger picture right there. He's just coming out and saying, you can ask it 14 more times, and change the way you ask it, but you're going to get the same damn response every single time. All right, so that leads us into something a little bit more interesting. Diggs has no reason to confirm the contents of the bag were something other than pixie sticks or fun dip. If he admits the contents were what common sense would suggest them to be, he would be more likely to be placed in the NFL's substance abuse program based on behavior. Interesting. For anyone that knows, Diggs already has been placed in the program based on the video. Given the revisions to the policy, which make it extremely difficult to get suspended, it's highly unlikely we'll ever know that the video triggered any consequences under the substance abuse program, unless Diggs were to talk about it. Based on his responses to Tuesday's questions, it's safe he won't say it. So, Florio's the one that wrote the article over there, is saying that, look, they can put him in the substance abuse program based on the video alone, I guess. But obviously, he's not going to come right out and tell you that at this point because, I mean, what's the point of coming out and saying anything about it, other than we're handling it internally. Now, of course, he wasn't initially at OTAs, and then remember the whole situation. This video came out. Mike Vrabel, you could tell when they talked to him, he was none too happy about it. He was pissed. I mean, here he is talking all this noise about culture, this and that and the other, and then this happens. And I'm sure he was thinking, I ought to cut your ass, But look, it is the NFL, and I'm sure he looked over at his receiving room right now. And although, look, Kyle Williams, Chisholm, there's some possible lights at the end of the tunnel when it comes to the Patriots wide receivers, actually, believe it or not. People that they drafted or signed undrafted. But still, Stefon Diggs is, technically speaking, as long as he's healthy, going to be the best receiver in the room. I guess. He should be. I guess they're going to find out, right? Oh, what's in that powder? I mean, is it getting you going or what? The point is, you get the point, right? And then he wasn't anywhere to be seen. And then Scott Zolak, who is literally tied into the organization himself, went on New England radio. Of course, he's a co-host of a show, but he's also tied into the Patriots because he's involved with the broadcast, blah, blah, blah. Right? He's literally in the organization. He goes on New England radio and says, yeah, releasing him, a.k.a. cutting him, is on the table right now. It's something that could happen. I don't think it's a coincidence that was said. I guess I'm just talking about all of it because I didn't get a chance to talk about it when at the exact moment it was going on. But the fact is, okay, he come out and made those comments, and then next thing you know, lo and behold, Stefon Diggs' ass showed up to OTAs. Oh, look who's here. Literally, I think it was a day later. And I think they used Zolak to send a message through the media over the airwaves directly to Stefon Diggs and was like, you do understand you could not find an NFL job because of your injury / age, and we're seriously considering cutting your ass right now. That's on the table. The conversation's being had. And I think Stefon Diggs was like, you know what? I'll be there. Or probably just showed up out of nowhere, Willie Mays Hayes style, in Major League. I mean, honestly. So it's interesting. It's going to be interesting to see where this goes. Of course, Drake Maye made comments. He seems to like Stefon Diggs quite a bit, but, there's what? Not a 10-year age difference. What, a 8-year age difference between the two? I don't know. Look, young quarterback can always use good young wide receiver. Mike Vrabel's not dumb enough to not realize that. By the way, 2 guys are still on the market. Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen. I'm just putting that out there. Because even with where the Patriots wide receiver room stands right now, it's still not, look, they're not, yeah, they got guys that could have potential. And then you got a couple of veterans that, Amari Cooper being healthy is the big thing. And a lot of people thought maybe he wasn't healthy last year. He's younger than Stefon Diggs, by the way. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.